here in Nigeria. Hospitals across the country are partially shut, with some patients arriving to find that there's nobody there to attend to them. That's because nurses and midwives working for government hospitals are 3 days into a 7-day nationwide strike. The action follows the expiration of a 15-day ultimatum to the federal government. But we understand that the government's negotiating team is meeting the leadership of the striking nurses today. Arise correspondent Olije Wapera reports.
Activities within the hospitals and health facilities are being disrupted due to the ongoing warning strike by the Nigerian nurses. Patients can be seen queuing for consultations. However, staff at Jabi Hospital confirm that the emergency ward is empty, leaving patients in the emergency ward stranded.
I can't afford private hospitals. That's why I came to FMC here. So I feel really bad, and I heard lots of people complaining in there too.
As for Medan District Hospital, one patient laments her ordeal overnight.
My brother did surgery day before yesterday. Just that because of the strike, the nurses had to leave. So earlier this morning, he started complaining that the oxygen was low, was hot. So I came downstairs, nobody. I went to the emergency, nobody. I went to the lounge. When I knocked, the lady told me that she's not a doctor, so she couldn't help me that much. So it was the security guy that helped me to start looking up and down. We found one nurse, but she was in the pediatric section, so the baby that was there needed constant attention, so she couldn't leave. I just moved closer to my brother, and I saw that he was just going. I kept tapping him. He was not responding. When I saw that nothing was, I just had to scream. I caused chaos today. It was not my fault, but life was leaving the guy. So I had to scream, cry, roll on the ground, and everything. So the people started running to help me out, and finally the doctors came and they were able to attend to him.
Arise News caught up with the FCT chairman of the National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives. He narrates the issues of welfare, discrimination, and the differentials between nurses to patients statistics in Nigeria.
Allowances has been revealed without involving us, and you can look at the economic situation of the country. Honestly, nobody can survive it. Even to pay our salary, our transportation to work, paying our children's school fees, we can't do that. In the health sector, nurses constitute over 50 to 60% of the total workforce. But it will interest you to know that we have only one director at the Federal Ministry of Health. We have about over 74 directors at the Federal Ministry of Health. We that are 60%, we have only one director. For over 40 years, nurses in this country has never been on strike. This is the first time we are coming out because we are being marginalized because of so many things. We have been pushed down to the wall.
Meanwhile, the National Executive Council confirmed the convening of an emergency meeting on Thursday to resolve the issues with the federal government.
You have seen it, how the hospitals are. You can imagine if we go on a total or indefinite strike, hospital will remain grounded and there will be no services that will be provided in those hospitals.
But as the strike continues, the impact continues to be felt across Nigerian hospitals. Olije Wapera, Arise News.
Well, for more of this, I'm joined now in the studio by the man you saw in that video, the Abuja chairman of the National Association of Nurses and Midwives, Gemma Medan. Thank you very much indeed for coming in.
Thank you.
What's the situation now? Because we heard earlier talk that the strike was off. Is it off or is it still on?
Yes, sir. Actually, the situation now, since we embarked on this strike, warning strike, we've been meeting with the government, and we have had a meeting today with the coordinating minister of health and other ministers, other government management teams. So we have had a meeting. We have just discussed. We presented our demands, and the federal government has also offered what they can do. So the next we can do in line, what we can do now, the National Executive Council is organizing to call for a NEC meeting, emergency NEC meeting, and we will just go back to the NEC and then make the presentation.
Right. And when is that NEC meeting going to
The
take
next meeting has been scheduled to come up tomorrow.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So meanwhile, the strike is still on?
Yes, until when it is discussed during the NEC.
And would you say that after the meeting today that you got positive signals from the government?
Yes, the government has actually provided their own offer to us. I cannot say either that is what is going to be acceptable at the
Right.
neck. So
you have to wait to hear from your people.
From the neck, yes.
Would you say that nurses work under very difficult conditions in Nigeria and are barely recognized in terms of pay for the vital work they do?
Yes, sir. I think that is the best word to use, and we work in a very hard condition. Like I said, the gross shortage of manpower has been is something that the WHO standards say a nurse per 4 patients, but we are working today in Nigeria a nurse for 30 patients, and with poor condition of service, salaries. I just mentioned it in the salary review that they did. Other professionals are given 100,000 naira for even uniform allowances, but nurses are being paid 20,000 naira. We work in the same place, and you can see it. So we are the less paid in the industry. So because of those issues, that is why we are being pushed to this war.
And of course, the hospitals are under-equipped, which means nurses have to sort of bend over backwards to carry out even the most simple tasks and to ensure that patients get as close to quality care as possible. Is that also one of the reasons why you're striking?
That is one of the major reasons why we are striking, because we lack equipment. When I say poor condition of service, you may have the knowledge you want to do, and there is lack of equipment in the hospital. It will interest you to know, if you want to investigate. You go to the hospital that is actually, you have hypertensive cases there, you cannot have a good BP apparatus to monitor that patient. So even those things, they are the part of the reason why people are being moved out of this country, because you can't sit down and see that kind of thing. We lack equipment to work with, and you cannot just improvise the way you can improvise other things.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
But we've seen, I mean, we just saw in that video, and we heard people going to hospitals since your strike began and not having their needs taken care of because of the strike. I mean, what's it like for a nurse to go on strike, knowing that there are all these patients who may well suffer or even die because of a lack of nursing care?
Yes, sir. I have said this thing. Considering the masses and people, we have decided not to go on strike for almost 40 years because we have been nursing this thing. But at this point in time, we feel we have been pushed toward, because we need to survive before we can take care of people. And like I mentioned earlier, poor remuneration, we were not taken care of, we are not involved. Like I said before, all our needs are not met. It cannot be met, but actually we are marginalized. That is why this time around we say, oh, we have to push so that we can survive it.
But I mean, you're aware that your absence might affect the lives of people.
Actually, we know the health sector is about to have a total collapse on us. So we need to also move so that we can save their life. If we get this thing fixed, I think they will benefit more.
Right.
Yes.
But given all this that is going on, and has been going on, as you said, for the last 40 years, I mean, is the general profession of nursing still something that people want to do in Nigeria, or are the numbers sort of fast dwindling?
With all this thing that we are passing through, I believe so many people are still... nursing profession is the most subscribed profession in the university. I stand to be corrected. If you go to JAM today, the most people that subscribe is nursing profession. Some are actually because they are called, but some because they feel it's a lucrative profession.
But I understand that. I understand that many people now go into nursing in this country not because they want to work in Nigeria, but because they want to leave Nigeria. Is that a fact?
Actually, I don't believe in that, because if the condition of service here in Nigeria is improved, many of our nurses outside this country, they want to come back. Even some of us have agreed that we are not going back. It just, we need to improve our services, and if we get what we are getting abroad, nobody is going to travel out of this country.
So what happens if your demands, I mean, are not met? You said you've had a meeting with the government, they've made offers to you, you've got to go back to your NEC meeting. What if the NEC meeting rejects that offer? What happens?
I can't preempt, and let me just say, let's present this issue at the next level and see what they will say.
Okay. I want to thank you very much indeed for coming in. Gemma Medan is the Abuja chairman of the National Association of Nurses and Midwives. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much.